It was a cold October night as a school bus was leaving the small town of Darkshire. The students on board were returning from an exciting day of excursions, eager to return home. The driver, Don Elias, an elderly man known for his calmness and experience behind the wheel, was driving cautiously on the winding road through the dark forest that surrounded the town. The rain had been falling for hours, creating an eerie atmosphere amidst the dense vegetation. The bus lights intermittently illuminated the wet trees, creating shadows that seemed to take on a life of their own. The students joked and laughed, trying to keep at bay the uneasy feeling that was beginning to settle in their hearts. As they progressed, they began to notice something strange. Traffic signs and road markings seemed to blur, and fog began to envelop the vehicle ominously. Don Elias seemed nervous, his gaze was lost occasionally in the darkness of the forest that surrounded the road. The murmur of the students became an awkward silence, broken only by the pattering of the rain on the roof of the bus. Suddenly, a metallic sound echoed from the back of the bus, followed by a sudden movement. Students clung to their seats as the vehicle lurched. Don Elias struggled to maintain control as the bus appeared to be pulled to the side of the road. Finally, he managed to stop the vehicle, and deathly silence filled the interior of the bus. Don Elias announced that he would go out to verify the damage and asked the students to remain in their seats. As he walked into the darkness with a flashlight, the minutes seemed to go on forever. Finally, a tremulous voice broke the silence. It was Marta, one of the students, who murmured that she had seen something move between the trees. Time passed and Don Elias did not return. Anxiety turned to fear and the students decided to get off the bus, steeling themselves. Outside, the forest seemed to breathe, as if it were full of disturbing secrets. With trembling lanterns, they began to search for Don Elias, following the tracks he had left. As they progressed, they discovered a strange marking on a nearby tree. It looked like some kind of symbol carved into the bark, dark and enigmatic. Soon, they found more of these marks, forming a path in the woods. Panic began to grip them as they realized the markings were leading them deeper into the thicket. Finally, they reached a clearing in the forest where they found the body of Don Elias, motionless and lifeless. His flashlights illuminated a dark figure moving rapidly away through the trees. With their hearts in their throats, the students returned to the bus, started the engine and drove away from that cursed place. The return trip to the town was a journey full of silence and fear. The students knew that they had witnessed something terrifying and supernatural in the middle of the night in that enigmatic forest. They never spoke of what happened again, but each of them carried with them the memory of that fateful night on the bus, a memory that would haunt their dreams for years to come.